All right, this is the Man Fused podcast. I'm Kay Lee, audio producer, voiceover artist. I'm sitting here with my co-host, Ben H.
What's up?
Real estate mogul, entrepreneur, coxman, as I always say. So today we are going to get into a couple of things. We're going to talk about words. Some words can be very powerful. And we're also going to talk about this hashtag I see trending on Twitter, hashtag we should cancel. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing great, brother. If I was doing any better, there'd be two of me.
I don't know if this room could handle two of you. You know, I think both of us decided the other day, we just got back from a mountain retreat.
Yes.
Where we got to enjoy some of the Blue Ridge Mountains here in Georgia. And I think
Thank you for that.
Came up with our slogan, our tagline.
Yeah.
When we were out there. Man Fused. We river dance on the clit of life.
We had this amazing experience. You know, we're doing 75 hard, as everybody knows, and so we're doing these workouts. We're on the side of a mountain. Kay Lee got us this huge house for our families to go and hang out for the weekend. Appreciate that. It was awesome. There was these mountains, and we were walking through the woods. We walked down into a creek and back up the other side of the mountain. And as we were doing that, we were talking about how it was very similar to a part of the female anatomy.
The vagina.
And as we're walking up the other side, we found this nice flat knoll. It was protruding from the side of the mountain. It was perfectly flat on the top. And I mean, you have to understand, we were dying. We were dying. We're like, oh my God, look at this flat spot. And I don't know how it became the clit of life, but.
And as we got up to this knoll, as you say, we started river dancing.
Yeah, we did. And then we're like, we're on top of the world right now. We're river dancing on the clit of life.
And I think that defines us.
Yeah. Then we looked up what river dancing is, and it was perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, Ben, I think we are in agreement.
Yeah.
You don't like this particular word.
There's a lot of words I don't like. This one I really don't like.
That word is normal.
Normal. I don't like that word.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Why don't you like it, Ben?
Well, I think that throughout my life, people have told me things constantly, even from the time I was young. That's not normal. This is not normal. And it's when I'm typically doing something that I really want to do that's challenging for me, that's, whether it be a physical program like 75 Hard, or whether it be, going after particular business goals and objectives, or if it's a goal that I may have set for my family or a trip or travel or whatever it is, just, all encompassing in life. To me, the word normal is, I guess it means average.
Absolutely.
Is that what it means?
Average. So the technical definition for normal, one of the definitions is the usual, average, typical state or condition. Now, to expand on that, to me, normal is the cycle on a dishwasher. I've been saying that for years.
Okay.
What cycle do I put on? Normal. Right? But normal, do we really want to be normal?
I don't.
Neither do I. So here are some other words that describe normal that I have pulled up for you because.
Thank you.
Ben, do you want to be ordinary?
No.
Common?
No.
Conventional?
Nope.
Expected?
Negative.
Regular? Routine? Day-to-day? Established? Settled? Traditional? Average, run-of-the-mill, middle-of-the-road, mainstream, unremarkable, unexceptionable, plain, simple, homely, garden variety.
It makes me think of another word. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Is that all of them? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just asking if that's
a dime a dozen.
Yeah. It just keeps going. It makes me think of another word, and the word that I think of when you read all those things is antithesis. My goal in life is to be the antithesis of all those different things.
Absolutely.
And we can look up antithesis in the thesaurus as well. It's the opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think from the beginning, from when I first started in elementary school
Yeah.
to middle school, and I look back, my path,
Yeah.
my existence
Right.
has been anything but normal.
And I hope you're proud of that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I embrace it.
Yeah.
I embrace now the fact that I dropped out of high school. Like, because that wasn't a path for me.
Right.
That's not normal.
No, that's
That's
not.
not what you're normally supposed to do. You're
Right.
supposed to go to school, get a good education, then go to college, and then go work for somebody till the day you die. To me, that's normal.
Right.
Which I don't want any of that.
Yeah, I don't want any of that either.
My path has been anything but normal, and yeah, I embrace it. I'm not normal.
No.
I'm a fucking lunatic.
You're a beast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
You're
that.
a monster.
Thank you. And I would think your path...
A killer.
A killer amongst killers. I would think that when you look back at your past...
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't around when you were in elementary school,
Yeah.
middle school, high school. I didn't meet you till well after, you got out of the Army. But
Right.
I would think that you look back at your path as anything but normal too, right?
Yeah, one time I remember asking a teacher, I think it was in 5th grade. I was like, why the hell would I listen to anything that you say you make $32,000 a year? I said that in fifth grade.
You're my hero.
Which look, let's be clear. Being a teacher is a very hard thing, and that was a punk thing to say. I should have never said that. You know what I mean? And the truth is, normal, I guess if we're talking about average, if that's what normal means, then there's a side of it that's a little above normal or way beyond. And then there's also a lower than, less than average, right? I mean, for a lot of people, I realize, of course, that they may be in a less than average or less than normal situation. They're born into it. And a normal life is like a massive goal and benefit to them, right? And I get that. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. This is just the way I feel about it because truthfully, I always have wanted to be something more than the average of what I saw around me.
Absolutely.
I've always wanted to expand beyond that. I've never been able to be led by people that I can't look up to.
Absolutely. If you're not where I want to be,
Yeah.
then I'm only going to accept certain amounts of advice from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean...
Or work for you.
Right.
Or
well,
with you.
Yeah,
or something.
and I'm not saying that people that are normal, let's
Yeah.
say, that have a normal life as society would define it,
Yeah.
have nothing to teach us. Somebody could be a beast.
Yeah.
You could look up to them in their business life,
Yeah.
but on their personal side, they could be a fucking train wreck, and you
Sure.
want nothing to do
100%.
with the way that they act. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you weren't married.
Yeah.
And you got up with some hot chick you
Yeah.
met at a bar.
She'd
or a
have to
club.
be.
Yeah, that's right. And she is.
And she definitely is.
Right. And you bring her home, and she takes a look at your manhood.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, you've got a normal-sized penis."
Maybe that's why I hate normal.
Yeah. I don't know that I would want to be in that normal size, run-of-the-mill, average,
Well,
every day.
in that instance, I think that normal would be better than below normal.
Oh, yeah, it would. I mean, but I still wouldn't like that. I think my penis would shrink even more.
It's not my fault.
Oh, yeah. Tell him it's bigger than normal, and he'll grow to that size.
Just lie to me.
Oh, my God. Sorry to derail you.
I think, honestly, it's more like an expectation that I have for myself to get as much out of life as I can. It has nothing to do with other people. It really doesn't. It's my own ambition. It's my own intuition that I'm following. And the people that I look up to, okay, I mean, you're talking like Jim Rohn, Tim Grover, Andy Frisella, Ed Milet. There's just so many. All of them, they just work so hard to do what they do. They just nonstop. They just go after it, Mm-hmm. And I love that. I love to see people taking ownership of their lives because out here, man, everybody wants to give ownership of their life to something,
Right.
some company,
Right.
someone else's dream in exchange for minimal security, literally minimal.
Or false sense of it, because it could be taken away at any time. And that really goes for anything you do, because you don't know how long you're going to be here on this earth.
No. And so when I look at it, I'm like, dude, I want ownership of my own life. I want to be able to wake up and decide what I do. And I'm not completely there yet.
Neither am I, but at the present moment, I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love the team I'm a part of. The creator of the morning show I'm a part of, Bert Weiss.
Yeah.
I look up to him a ton. You know,
No, he's a great guy to look up to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's a really smart guy, too.
He's done amazing stuff for charity. So he does a ton of giving back. What he brings to our listeners on a daily basis uplifts and entertains them.
Yeah.
On the way to maybe their mundane job, or, you know, some of them might not have a mundane job, but it helps uplift them in the morning time, which starts their day.
Yes.
Which I think is awesome.
And look, again, for me, it's not about what anybody else wants to do. But don't come to me saying, oh, you should slow down. Oh, you're doing too much. Oh, that's not normal. You know, and I'm like proud of that. It used to make me mad. Now I'm proud of it. Now I look at it as I'm going in the right direction. If people around me are saying you're doing too much, that sounds like a lot.
Well, bitch, this is the new normal.
It's normal for me, you know? I mean, it really is.
Absolutely.
I mean, I woke up this morning, did a workout, swam in the freaking pool with my son, did a cold plunge, ate a little bit of breakfast, wrote a freaking contract, came over here. Now we're recording the podcast. I'm getting ready to leave, go on a listing appointment. Then I'm going to a birthday party. Then it just goes on. And maybe that's not normal. Today's Saturday. But dude, I got a great day ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What else should I be doing? Sitting around scratching my ass? Like, I don't know, man. I say fuck normal. That's what I say. I say fuck normal and everything about normal. When I'm in a normal state, I'm typically unhappy. I'm typically not proud of myself. I typically don't like what I see in the mirror. I typically don't like what I see in my bank account. I typically don't like what I see in my life if I'm surrounded by average and normalcy, right?
Right.
My definition of it. Some people might look at me as below average. And comparison is not a good thing. What am I casting my life against? Who are my mentors? Who am I modeling?
Right.
Human behavior is a model.
Absolutely.
Results follow action. You know, other people have done the things that I want to do. Maybe not in the way that I want to do it, but there are certainly examples for you and me and everyone else. And everyone has dreams. Everyone has an idea of what they would like their life to look like. Do they lack ambition? Is it belief? Do I lack ambition? Do I lack belief in myself? Because if I do, and that's a natural human emotion, there are things that I can do to build my belief in myself,
Totally.
to build my self-esteem, to build my ambitions.
Yeah.
There are small wins that I can do constantly.
Yes, you can, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
That was poetic and beautiful. And what do you feel about the new normal?
The new normal is a joke.
It is a total
It's
joke.
a joke, dude. This whole thing about and this is what pisses me off. Everybody, we just want to get back to normal. Oh, this COVID thing or whatever is the new normal. Dude, there's no such thing as normal. You have been through a period of time where no matter what you believe, we have been put through something that has stripped away many rights, and more so in other countries than our own, and more so, honestly, in other areas of our country than where we are here in the great Southeast,
right,
where you still have your rights. You know, being in real estate, we see a lot of people coming down from the North, and the reason they're leaving the North is because they're losing their rights in the North. And once you lose things like that, you don't get them back. You don't just get them back. I mean, look at Australia. The new normal is communism. That's not normal. The new normal. Well, what the hell is normal anyways?
Well, it's what you've been doing, I guess. It's been your daily life up until the point of that change would be, I guess, you would consider normal.
It's the average, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like a term of enslavement.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be comforting. It's like guardrails. You're in the guardrails. You're on the road of normal. Don't go to the left. Don't go to the right.
Right.
Keep it on the normal path.
Right.
Bro, I'm willing to live in below normal conditions. I'm willing to have a below normal life in order for an opportunity at an above normal life.
You're willing to walk through the shit
100%.
to get to the promised land.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
I would live in the shit to get to the promised land.
Well, look, I mean, another way to say it is
Whatever the promised land is for you.
Well, another way, because there's really no destinations, right? I mean, it's a journey, but it's also a process.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process of going through peaks and valleys in our lives.
Failures and wins.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Sometimes you just find yourself in a valley. You're just down. You're down on everything.
A gorge.
Down on your luck. You're down on your money. You're down on your relationships. You're just down. That's an opportunity for you to do the work that's going to put you in a much more above average situation.
Not normal.
Not normal. I want to be undeniably not normal. Undeniably.
Undeniably not normal.
In a good way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Undeniably not normal in a bad way would be bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get it, man.
People want you to be like them, kind of.
It's more comfortable that way.
For them.
Exactly.
That brings up this whole other thing where you have to be careful who you share good news with.
Haters.
Haters.
They'll come out. The normal.
Even the strongest minded person can get thrown off by a negative comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's just a little too much.
You took it a little too far.
You're just, that's just a little too much, man. I mean, that sounds like a lot. So now what am I thinking when I'm out there grinding? In the back of my head, I'm going, my bitch voice. You got a bitch voice and a boss voice, right?
Right.
Hashtag
What's your bitch
Andy
voice?
Frisella.
I wanted you to actually reenact your bitch
Oh,
voice.
you want to hear it?
Yeah.
No, it's like a whisper.
Okay.
It's like, dude, hey, man, tomorrow's always going to be there. And
smoke some pot, go to sleep.
maybe just head back to the house. Don't worry about doing that next thing. Hey, this whole 75 hard thing, it's probably a little much. And it's never when you first wake up in the morning and you're excited about the day. No, it's when you're slugging through the shit.
Right.
That all these little bitch voices start coming out and try to talk you out of shit.
And then you don't expect the next little bitch voice to be coming from the person sitting across from you, and that's when you're like taken back by it. Like,
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it locks into your subconscious. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No, I get it. That's one comment can definitely derail you if you let it.
When you're in the shit.
Right.
And that's the time you have to be the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the valley, dude, that's when you have to be unwavering. When you're up on the peak of life, when you're river dancing on the clit of life,
right,
dude, you've got maybe a little bit more wiggle room than when you are walking through shit. When you're walking through the shit, bro, that's when you've got to have the fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly when you'll get derailed if you're surrounding yourself with people who are normal and who expect you to be normal and who want everything to be normal again.
You heard that. Moving on, there is a hashtag I think we should discuss trending on Twitter right now. It's hashtag we should cancel.
Yeah.
Now, as I scroll down, I saw a picture of the Ukrainian president. Is that what they refer to him as, the president?
Yeah,
okay.
Zelensky. Yeah.
And this dude
guy's a hero.
This dude is a fucking badass.
Yeah.
In this picture, he is in full military
battle gear.
Yeah. Standing in the front of his people.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker is not surrendering.
No.
He is not. I mean, what you equated it to
this is a Spartan moment.
The 300, Leonidas.
This is a time where you see few standing against many. This is what leadership should look like.
And let me clarify, the we should cancel part was comparing him to our president, Biden.
Yeah.
So they were saying
Feckless.
hashtag we should cancel Biden.
100%.
With the picture of the Ukrainian president.
Yeah, we'll take that guy.
But continue what you were saying.
Well, I'm just saying that there are examples of this type of thing throughout history, and the level of bravery and courage which that requires. I mean, most people don't want to get up off their couch, dude. This guy's standing in the breach. They were trying to get him out of the country weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I know.
He wouldn't leave.
No, he's in the city.
And now he's out there in full frickin' battle rattle, handing out grenades and assault rifles to citizens. And citizens aren't leaving either. They're picking up rifle. I mean, people don't even know how to do it. I mean, look, it's a tragedy that no one is there to back them up. And yet at the same time, it shows us the true nature of what I think, for me, what I hope I am.
Yeah.
What I really hope I am. I guess I know I am. That's a man right there.
Right.
And it's not that he's necessarily any more significant than the guy down the street who's suiting up to go fight for his family. But boy, you want to talk about leadership.
Well, yeah, because he could have very easily sought safety, as all of his top aides were
100%.
trying to get him to do, because he still has a country to lead.
Yes.
That is, if they don't want to just surrender and give it up to Russia.
Right.
Most of the posts that I'm seeing on this hashtag, we should cancel, are we should cancel Putin. We should cancel Putin's puppets. We should cancel Bill Gates for crimes against humanity.
100%.
Promoting this Preventing the Next Pandemic book that he just got through writing. We should cancel term limits. We should cancel winter. We should cancel Biden's presidency.
We should cancel shit that makes sense to cancel.
Oh, you know what? This is a good one. We should cancel the commercials on TV that are louder than the show.
Yeah.
That shit is awful.
It's horrible. It's horrible, dude. The mute button has to be closed. I don't even watch the shit anymore. I don't even know why I pay for it.
Yeah. We should cancel the Real Housewives because it's making my wife a dumber person.
Dumber, for sure. Absolutely.
And she's
dude.
not dumb, baby. I promise.
No, not at all. She's very smart.
Putin, as we were discussing, you said should be processed for war crimes.
He should be, yeah. I mean, look, I have a lot of respect for Vladimir Putin, really, for how he's led his people. But at the same time, these are war crimes. You know, you can't just roll up on somebody like this. You know, you're out there killing people. These are war crimes against humanity. I mean, you see tanks just rolling over traffic. Normal citizens. Not holding a weapon against anybody or anything. Tanks just running over cars with normal people driving in them. They bombed an orphanage. It's a situation where this guy should be hung, dude. This guy should be hung in fucking public for what he's doing right now.
Like Saddam Hussein was on a Navy ship.
Yeah, like he was on the Navy. You can't fucking do this shit and get away with it. And if NATO and the NATO alliance and the United States of America and the Western world is not going to hold this guy accountable, we got a big fucking problem. Because what's happening right now is American policy, okay, being the nightmare that it is at this moment, is pushing two superpowers together, which are Russia and China. And each of them are on opposite ends of the Eurasian landmass, which extends from basically the Eastern Asia all the way to Western Russia, right?
Right.
And it's a massive, massive part of the globe. And on the western side of it is Western Europe, the European Union. Germany is dependent upon Russia for its energy.
Right, of course.
So this is a big problem.
Right.
Because, there are things that the EU won't do because they're dependent on Russian oil. So they're allowing this to occur. We are allowing this to occur. We're allowing these people to be basically slaughtered. If they don't stop, the Ukrainians don't stand a chance against the Russian army. Let's just be clear. They just don't. And if Putin is not persuaded to stop, there's going to be a lot of people get killed unnecessarily. It's going to be a very, very sad couple of weeks ahead.
And what keeps him from taking over Ukraine and then moving towards Poland or...
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
Or the rest of those countries.
That's what their ambitions are. And let's not make a mistake. The whole thing is underwritten by the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, not the Chinese people. Not the 1.3 some odd billion Chinese people are basically held in slavery, but no, more like the Chinese Communist Party, who have been in power since the 50s and who, of the entire population, are 80 million. See, this is what the elite class wants. They want a system like China has, where 83 million or so Chinese people are considered the Chinese Communist Party. They are the elite class. These are all the rich Chinese people that we know about, okay? But the majority of Chinese people are held in oppression by the Chinese Communist Party. They have a social credit system there. They have all types of things which are communist in nature because it is a communist nation, okay? And China's going, this whole freedom thing, this whole democracy thing, it really doesn't make sense if you think about it, because the people have the power. Wouldn't it be more convenient for the ruling class if the people didn't have any power? I mean, think about it. You could have as many yachts, as many jets, as many everything. You can do the whole world. The whole world is at your disposal. The beauty of America, what America has done is created a middle class. Normal, right? It's given people an opportunity to succeed at a higher level. That's what democracy does. Well, this is the antithesis of democracy. And it's something that's very scary because now you see it in American politics. And we don't have to talk about sides, but you can see it very clearly in American politics right now. This cancel culture, when I look at this hashtag, what is it called? We should cancel.
Yep.
I agree. We should cancel things that don't make sense. We should cancel people that are not serving the common good of the people. We should cancel ideas. We should cancel leadership. We should cancel programming. We should cancel all of these things that are anti-independent sovereignty.
Yeah.
We should cancel all their asses. Fuck them. And you know what the truth is? And here's the thing that frustrates me. We are the majority.
Absolutely.
Who in the fuck are these people? Bro, there's about 1,000 of them throughout the globe. Like Bill Gates, for example.
Right.
Who are fucking shit up for everybody.
Yep, I agree. We're among millions.
Billions. So what's our problem? You know what I'm saying? And here's the problem. People are afraid to stand up for what they believe in because they're afraid of what? Getting canceled, getting called out, being embarrassed. And why would they be afraid of that? Because in corporate structure, in government structure, they're with all this shit. It's a form of communism. It's a form of totalitarian or authoritarianism. You can't express your views. Sorry. What if I do? Then we're going to have to let you go.
Right. And then you're going to have to go.
You have to wear a mask. Well, I don't want to wear a mask. Well, you're going to catch coronavirus. Well, I don't give a fuck. I'll take it.
Then we're going to let you go.
We're going to have to let you go. You have to get a vaccine. I don't want to get a vaccine. It's a violation of my personal rights. Well, maybe it is, but guess what? Let me tell you something, dude. That in and of itself is so dangerous, man. And the fact that we have people who are supporting it. I understand compliance. I mean, not for me, but I'm not hating on anybody for it because everybody has their own thing. But the interesting thing about COVID, okay, let's think about it.
Let's cancel COVID.
It's a biological thing. We won't call it a weapon. That was released, whether intentionally or unintentionally, by a communist nation on the world, which caused all free democratic societies to use communist measures against
the people.
Pretty powerful. Now, if you were a communist nation that was trying to take over the world and trying to convince free democratic governments that your system of communism is actually superior to their democratic system, let me just show you. Let's just do a little test run. Our people will never listen. Oh, okay, we'll see. Let's just try it and see what happens. And oh, by the way, if you guys want to, we would suggest just go ahead and make these rules and enforce them and see what your people do. And as you can see, people are folding, bro. It's pretty scary times, dude. I think we're at a time right now where it's up to us. It's up to our generation. This is like a World War II moment, dude.
World War III. Well, it could be World War III.
Well, what if we would have backed down to Hitler? See, Hitler thought everybody was going to back down to him. He said, hey, once I take Europe, everybody's just going to back down. Because once we get Britain, if the United States doesn't come to the aid of Britain, which we almost didn't, then we got this. Britain has ruled the world, and some would argue still is the most powerful government. Dude, that was so close. And you know, we saved it. Patton's army, we saved it, dude. United States saved it. But it wasn't just the military. It was the combined efforts of common, average, normal, everyday citizens who said, fuck this, fuck them. We took all the car factories and made them bullet factories,
right,
and gun
totally.
factories and
Missiles.
tank factories and missile factories and boat factories. And everybody who couldn't carry a weapon went to work in the factories, young, old, etc. And we produced a fucking level of force that the world had never seen. And we took that shit over there to Hitler and said, fuck you. You are not going to do this. This is not about to happen. And I question, if the same thing were to happen today, what would we do? What would everyday people do? All these people that just want to get back to normal. Bro, I have a strange belief that if missiles came to our shores, most half of these motherfuckers would just say, whatever, I don't care. I just want to what? Get back to normal.
Cancel normal. Hashtag we
Fuck
should cancel normal.
Dude. It's time to get after it. People need to wake up, dude. It drives me nuts, bro. I know I'm going on a rant here, but it's fucking pisses me off, man. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, dude. Bro, we should fucking be over there shoving a missile up of Putin's ass and telling China if they want to fuck with us, we're going to bring it to them too. And telling Putin if he doesn't stop right now, we'll have his ass hanging from a fucking rope in 30 days. Try us. You better fucking back out.
So I think that's your way of saying hashtag we should cancel Putin.
Fucking dude, we should cancel anybody that's not for, independence and freedom. And I'm not talking about some of our worst enemies are right here
within the United States.
Within our fucking neighborhood, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I got a pedophile that lives down the street.
Yeah, dude. That might be the least of your concerns,
One thing we shouldn't cancel is President Zelensky and all his battle gear, because that man is inspiring me to go take on the day.
It's true, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome, man. I love it.